Championships are only the beginning. Dynasty Road.
Hello and welcome back to Dynasty Road. My name is EFO and I am going to be talking about wide receivers, especially one today. You know, we're close to the end of the NFL season, regular season anyway, with one more week left. Then we have the playoffs and people will be thinking about the draft, and maybe you didn't make your fantasy playoffs, and so you're already thinking about the draft and where you're going to be building your team and making a little bit better for next season. And so wide receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, that's where we're going to make our money with that. And yes, it is a little bit early because these guys are still going to go up and down, and there's still the combine and there's still bowl games to go. But some of the guys that have been really stepping out of the shadows and into the limelight is one of the guys I'm going to talk about today, and that's Jameson Williams from Alabama. Now, he's just a junior. He was a transfer to Alabama this year. He came from Ohio State, which he really didn't do a lot in Ohio State. He had about 9 receptions. But when you think about the fact that he was at Ohio State with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, who have just dominated and are probably going to be going in the first round, Jameson Williams made the right choice to switch over to Alabama. In 1 year in Alabama, he had 68 receptions, over 1,400 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns, and he has probably another game or so left in him still to go. So with the championship game, so he can add to that. And he's just been on the rise. And so when you look at wide receivers and when you're thinking about from a dynasty perspective, you want to see guys that make that leap. You want to see that guys in year one, as a freshman, jump up and make that leap into year two as a sophomore and even as a junior. Well, he was in a situation in Ohio State where he was going to be held back a little bit. He had 2 dominant wide receivers in front of him. He was going to be the third guy. So the transfer to Alabama is huge. He's not there for another year where he's just picking on, 18-year-old cornerbacks and, guys who are younger than him, and he's just dominating them that way. No, he's still a junior. He's still relatively young. And he was in a situation where he really helped himself out. He helped his stock out. Now, will that transfer into the pros? 1 year is a small sample size. He has a little bit more experience than some of the other guys, but he is also playing in the SEC, which is one of the toughest conferences. He's going to the championship game. He is just the dominant wide receiver on the dominant team. So yes, people are going to be picking him up. There's some mock drafts that have him going number 7 overall, which is just insane. Most likely probably towards the end of the first round, but this is a deep wide receiver class. So we're going to be looking at these kind of guys, and will he translate? I guess depending on where he's going. Some of the mock drafts have him going to the New Orleans Saints. Love that. Even if they do get a rookie quarterback and they have him going into the Saints, I think that's going to be a good landing spot for him. The Raiders, they have him going in certain mock drafts. The Eagles, again, you can see this with the Eagles. They already have Devontae Smith, but he hasn't done too much, but that's mostly because of Jalen Hurts, in my opinion. That's a Jalen Hurts thing, that being a running quarterback before a passing quarterback. The Raiders, Carr, decent enough quarterback. Will he be able to get it to him? Get the ball to Jameson Williams to use that speed that he has. And, we're going to find out more about his speed and the combine. And, he might be slow as anything in possession wide receiver. And that might change the way we view him in the upcoming draft. Like I said, these are way too early, but they're fun to talk about. They're fun to discuss, and where these guys are going to go. So I think if the mock drafts are right and he does go to the New Orleans Saints, that would be a really good situation for him, depending on the quarterback play, obviously. Now, if they can pick up a Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers type of guy to come in and help out, great. I think Jameson Williams is going to have a good rookie solid year, almost like a Waddle or even Elijah Moore in the Jets. Probably even better. Jamar Chase, that one's tough. He's just blowing everybody out of the water right now, so it's hard to figure out someone who would be better than him. I mean, he's already beaten Jefferson rookie record. So it's hard to think that that'll happen again with Jameson Williams, just because he's going there with all the other talented wide receivers that are coming out this season. But I think for a good landing spot for this guy, who first 2 years was in Ohio State, was held back, was behind, but got a chance to shine now this season with Alabama, and look what he produced. So when he got that opportunity, he thrived in it. And that's where you're looking at someone who, okay, when they got that opportunity, they took advantage of it as a wide receiver. We'll see what the combine says about him and his speed and his agility and his catch radius and things like that as we get closer to the draft. But I think this is somebody that if he does end up in like the Saints or even the Eagles, I guess it couldn't hurt to have two guys back there. But I think the quarterback there at the Eagles with Hurts, not being a throwing quarterback, now he can develop. He could be developing. Now he's got these weapons. It's like, hey, this is what you have. No more running. And they might be even drafting. They might even be drafting a quarterback this season too. Maybe they realize that Hurts is good, but that they need to move on. But that's just my thoughts for today on Jameson Williams. Leave a like and subscribe if you found this video interesting, and always leave a comment and let me know if I'm dead wrong or if you agree or what your feelings are. And have a good day.